Hey guys, what is up today? Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad that you're here, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed, I hope you subscribe so that way you can stick around to watch more makeup videos. Today I am going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm going to be using a bunch of the products that I showed you guys in my biggest makeup haul that I posted a few days ago. So if you were interested in any of those products, I did show some of them in my previous try new makeup video, and then today I'm gonna do another one. So today I'm gonna be using the Natasha Denona Zendo palette, and I kind of want to do a look that's a little bit more like going out-ish, because I'm also going to be using eyeliner today. So I haven't done a look like that in a little while, and I'm like, okay, I really want to just try a look like that again. Maybe even use some tape, because I used to use tape all the time to like line the outside and just make it really glam. So that is my goal today. That's what I'm going to try to do today. So I hope you guys are excited, and if you're ready to watch a try new makeup and see some new products that I got from Sephora and Ulta, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so same as last time, I'm gonna start from the very beginning, so that way you can see the entire process from start to finish, including my skincare and all of that. I feel like it's good to see the entire process sometimes. Sometimes it does take a little bit more time, but since I am using some new products, I do wanna like keep you updated and just tell you what I think about the products in general, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my skincare, well, not really skincare, but my skin part. This is the Glow Recipe Avocado Serum, and I'm gonna just apply this all over my face. I did have this in the fridge, so it is cold and it does feel really good. It's a redness serum, and it's also for dry skin. I've only used it for about a week consistently, and I've also used it at night whenever I remove my makeup. I apply this right after. No, first I apply the toner that I showed you in the haul video, and then I apply this one, and then a moisturizer. Or sometimes I don't even go in with the moisturizer afterwards. But for sure I have been using this one for a week, and I haven't noticed any difference yet, but it does feel really hydrating, so my skin doesn't feel stretchy or dry or anything like that after I wake up in the morning. This one is the Super Goop Sunscreen Moisturizer, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my face too, and then around my neck and stuff. And this one's the Every Single Day Sunscreen, and it does have SPF 40. And then I always use something on my lips. Today I'm going to use the Too Faced Lip Injection. This is the one that I've been using before I apply my makeup. Sometimes I just apply a regular lip balm, but I like this one a lot more. While I let all that sit and just be there for a little bit, I'm going to play. I'm going to work on my eyebrows, and I'm just going to brush them. I'm gonna line them underneath, and then I am going to, it's kind of like a routine that I already have. I'm gonna line them underneath and then apply the concealer all over my eyelid, so that way I can use that as a primer, which is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I feel like it works really good as my eyeshadow primer. Since I haven't really filmed a lot of makeup looks, I want to show like from start to finish, so you can kind of see what I do. Maybe eventually, if you guys don't really like seeing from the very beginning, I'll just start like with the eyes or something. And like I said, I hadn't filmed in a little bit, so in my first haul video that I just uploaded, I feel like I was talking kind of robotic, and it just happens. Even though I've done it like, you know, hundreds of times, I filmed hundreds of videos, I feel like whenever I come back after a few weeks, I'm like, what do I say? But you know, I'll get used to it after a few videos. Like right now, you know, I feel like comfortable and back to normal. It's just always that first video that it's a little awkward. So I'm not gonna set my concealer or anything. I'm gonna leave it like that, because I'm gonna pack on an eyeshadow right on top of that, and it just grabs on. I'm also gonna use eyeliner. I haven't used black eyeliner in a little while either. My brushes are not like super clean, so I'm gonna be using my shadow switcher. I'm gonna take this one first. This is the MAC 217 brush. I always use this one to pack on eyeshadow. I use it in every single eye swatch video. I'm gonna start with this red one right here. It's like a burgundy red, so I'm gonna use that one all over the eyelid, and it will act like a base because I'm gonna apply shimmers on top of this, but I don't want just like my skin tone underneath. I want something like some color underneath it. You know, I'm gonna go all the way to the tape. The tape is kind of like a little insurance almost. Like, okay, you're not gonna get it all over the place. So I'm just gonna pack this one on, and then the Natasha Denona I was gonna say blushes. Eyeshadows are pretty easy to pack on. Then I'm gonna take a small little blending brush. This one is the Morphe M514. It's actually not this small. It is exactly like this one right here. They're both the M514, but look at the difference. That is because I washed this one, the tiny one, and then the hairs were gonna come out, so I pushed them back in and I squeezed it, and it ended up just like this. So now it's the perfect size, or it's a really good size. If they made one like this, it would be perfect. Now it's a really good size to get really detailed. It was just an accident that I made it like this. So I pretty much had it like this, and then I pushed them in. I don't know how it happened, but that's what happened. So anyways, I'm gonna take that same shade that I was using and apply a little bit on my brush and just go back and forth on the edge of the red. And this one is really easy for me to get into my inner corner and all that. I still like the size of the regular M514, but this one makes it easier because I accidentally made it super small. Like a super small blending brush. So you see how the eyeshadows easily blend out, even though this one's a really intense color. But I'm gonna go up all the way to my brow. Sometimes I feel like I leave too much empty space up there and it looks too highlighted because it's light from the concealer, so I don't want that much to be showing or left out, you know. And then I'm gonna take a regular M514 brush and get a little bit more, and then this one takes up more space, so it helps me blend it a lot faster. I think I'm gonna do an ombre style shimmer on the eyelid. And what I mean by that is just, you know, like ombre from light to dark. So I'm gonna take this one, this one, this one, and this one all on the eyelid, just going from light to dark. So starting off with the lighter shade, and I'm gonna spray them. They do show up really nicely just like that. You don't have to, but they look even better whenever you wet them. And most of the time, almost always, I use the MAC Prep and Prime to wet them. I feel like it does the best job to apply the shimmers. So I'm gonna apply this one right here on the inner corner, just like a third of the way. Then I'm gonna clean it, then use the pinky one and do that on the center of the eyelid. I wonder if they're gonna be different enough to show. Yeah, they're just slightly different, but it's still enough. So if the lighter one was a little bit lighter, it would be better. You could see more of a difference, but you can still tell. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with the dark brown that's in the corner, bottom corner, because there's actually two browns in here, but the one in the bottom corner has a little bit more red to it. So I'm gonna take this one on the outer third of the eye. Then I'm gonna go back into the red with my blending brush and blend out and intensify the crease area. Now just with the fluffier one, I'm gonna go over the edge just to blend that towards the brow. And then next, I'm gonna use the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner ever, regardless of the ones that I've tried that are high-end or, you know, from Ulta, Sephora, and all of that. This one is the best eyeliner I've ever tried. It's really matte, so I'll show you how I apply it. And I'm gonna keep the tape there so that way I can keep the same clean line that I already have with the eyeshadow. Then I'm just gonna take off the tape, and then I'm gonna remove the fallout that I have. Then I'm gonna go ahead and apply the falsies. I'm gonna use the ColourPop Mami Style. This is the quick set glue, which I think works really good. I actually like it a little bit better than the just regular duo glue. It's the same brand and everything, but now they have a quick set one. And then I'll do the under eyes, not the under eyes, but the lower lash line. I'll do that one later. I'm gonna be using this one by Rare Beauty. It's actually a sample, a little trial size that I got whenever I placed an order with Sephora, but it's plenty. It's like enough to get a good try for it. Let me know if you've used this one and if you really like it. It feels a little thick. It feels like one of those pore filling primers. I honestly didn't read the description of what it says. So yeah, you see there's like plenty of product in here. I just put a little coupon code. Like if you go to your Sephora app, it'll tell you on the bottom, it has like a little coupon emoji on there. It's not an emoji, but you know, a little coupon picture. You just click on it and it tells you like different coupon codes to use depending on what samples you want to get. and there was one for Rare Beauty. So if you want to try it, they have it right now on the app. And then next is also a pretty new product. This is by Fenty Beauty. I've only used this one once, but I really liked it in my last Get Ready With Me. So I'm just gonna, not get ready with me, but like try a new makeup video. So I'm just gonna apply this on the, oh, I applied a lot already. So you only need a little bit. I'm just gonna use what I have underneath my eyes to apply it around my nose because that was a lot of product. And it is pretty orangey. This reminds me of that trend when people were applying a bunch of red lipstick underneath their eyes. I don't know why, it just reminds me of that, but it works. I mean, I don't know about the lipstick, I've never tried that, but this one, because it's orangey, it still works on me. And it's a correcting brightening concealer. So that's like plenty of product. It looks really good. I'm actually liking it. And I even told you in that video, I'm liking it even better than my Benefit Boing, which is like an all-time favorite of mine. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to foundation. Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop. I have this one in the color number 3. I haven't tried this one enough to know if I like it or not. I don't remember if I like it better with the Beauty Blender or the sponge. Yeah, this one doesn't give much coverage, but again, it is a skin tint, so it's not supposed to be anything close to a full coverage foundation or anything. It is evening out my skin tone, so I don't see a lot of redness. I do see like the little scars I have from these pimples, or not even scars, but like leftover from little redness from the pimples I had last week, but it does cover them up. I don't remember, I think in a previous video I used it with a brush and it came out really good, but today I used a Beauty Blender and it's not bad. And I don't have a new concealer or anything. Let me know if you've tried a new one or if there's any new ones that you would like for me to try out. I haven't seen any or anything. I guess concealers are not like the thing right now. And it gives me a really full coverage finish. So even though my foundation's not full coverage, the under eyes still look flawless. So if you're going out somewhere but you need some coverage underneath your eyes, this one's a good one. And then you can always just wear the foundation very lightly. I do have a cream bronzer that I'm gonna try out, but before I do, I'm gonna use my Anastasia wax because I want my eyebrows to stay. Okay, now getting into a little bit more of the exciting products because it's like the products that really show up on my face and stuff, so you can see them really good, and they're also pretty new. So this one is the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer. I did use this one time and I applied it in a video. I was actually going to film a video of Physicians Formula, but I ended up not posting it. I don't remember why. I think it was the lighting, or I don't remember. It was really dark. This one is the color, this one's in the color Toffee. So you can tell right there that it does have some warm tone to it. So it's not like a contouring product. It's an actual bronzer. Like I said, I don't remember at all, not even like the wear of it or anything. I just remember I was gonna post the video and I ended up not posting it, but I did use it one time. Okay, so there, that actually looks really pretty. It's a good tone for me, and it's not like super red, so it looks really good. It still gives me that shading that a contouring product would do, but it also gives me the warmth that the bronzing product would do. So I'm gonna use a powder bronzer today, also by Physicians Formula, but I will use that one later once I set my makeup. But for now, this does look really good. And I'm gonna go in with a cream or liquid blush. This one is by Bite Beauty. It's one of the Daycation colors that they have. They have 3 of these, and this one is Melon Mojito. It's the peachy one out of the 3 that they have. I'm gonna take a little bit and apply it first before I go in with too much. It's a really pretty color. It does have some shimmer to it. Ooh, that looks really pretty, and it looks good with the tones that I have on my eyes. It's blending out pretty easily. I want to set it and see if it's not necessary to apply a blush on top, because I really just want to have this tone on my cheeks. I don't want to apply anything else. And then I'm gonna take my sponge and just blend it into the bronzer, because the Beauty Blender always just helps blend out a little bit more. But overall, it looks really pretty, really glowy. Let me move back there. You can see it better. It's not looking like cakey or like too thick or creamy or heavy. So it does look good. And I didn't use all of the product that I applied on my hand. So that was just enough for, like, you don't need that much product. So yeah, that one looks really good. I'll let you know how it wears throughout the day and how it wears without applying blush on top, because you can always set it with the blush on top, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of having just a cream blush and you can't really get the true tone. So I really just want to keep the translucent powder on top of it without applying any extra blush. So that's everything for the highlighter. I'm gonna move on to baking and setting my face. I'll do that really quickly because I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty new Glow palette, which is a bunch of the highlighters, and I want to try one of those out. Yeah, I think instead of going in with red on my lower lash line, I'm gonna actually use the Zeal color, which is a very pretty green. So taking a little flat brush, I'm gonna go in with Zeal. So I'm gonna use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang eyeliner, and it's just a waterline pencil. That blends in really, really good to the Zeal eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take Zeal again and just blend out the edge. Just smoke it out on the bottom. I love the lower lash line, and I love how it combines with the red on top. I wasn't expecting for it to look like that, but I'm glad that I did it that way because it looks a little bit more intense, more like a going out type of look like that I was going for, you know. But I'm glad I didn't do red on the bottom because then it's a little bit more boring, you know. This is a little bit more fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these highlighters on the inner corner just to try it out. I want something light just so it can brighten it up because everything else is so dark. So I'm gonna use the lighter shade right here, and then I think I'm gonna use this same shade maybe on my cheeks. Okay, so I am gonna spray it though because I love spraying the inner corner highlighter so it can look like super glowy. There, that looks so pretty. Before I remove the baking, I'm gonna apply my mascara on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take off the powder that I have underneath my eyes and on my cheeks and everywhere that I'm baking. Okay, so I do think I'm gonna go in with the powder bronzer just to give me a little bit more of a bronzy look. And I'm just gonna take my brush and go over it on my cheeks. And then I'm also gonna apply it on the sides of my nose because I didn't apply any cream bronzer there. So before I apply my lipstick, I'm gonna do my highlight. I'm gonna try this one first, and then if I think it's a little bit too light, I'll use the other one. So I'm just gonna apply it up here. Oh no, that actually looks pretty good. I'll go over it though, I'm gonna mix them. So I'm just gonna apply it here and then go over it with the next one that's like the second one there on the bottom. Ooh. That's a lot. That was super glowy. Okay, these are pretty intense. Let me swatch them so you can see them all. So the light one, just gonna go in order. They are really pretty. Look at that second one. That's the one that I just applied that I was like, oop, that was a lot. So there you can see, look at how beautiful this one looks. It's super glowy. I mean, they all are, but this one just looks very intense, very like wet looking. All right, so next I'm gonna set my makeup, and I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. I really like the lipstick combination I was wearing in my last video. I think I was wearing Baby Doll. It's because all of the NYX lip lingerie look the same. But I think it was this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. This is Baby Doll. You can't really tell. Yeah, because this one alone is just way too light. But when I apply this one on top, it gives me like a really pretty nude. This is like a perfect combination. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm actually gonna apply lace detail in the center to give me more of a highlighted look. Okay, so that is the complete makeup look. I do want to give you some little reviews on the products that I used that were new today. So just to go over some of the products and what I think about them. So starting off with the eyeshadow palette, it's actually not a first impression, but I have used this one in a different look. It's just kind of hard to give a full review on a full palette when you haven't used all of the eyeshadows in a look, you know. But like I said, I do have the eye swatches. They're right here. If you want to check out a look that I didn't do a tutorial on it, but I'm wearing that look and I used some of the greens, so I've already used those. And then as far as the colors that I used today, I think they look so good. It's such a pretty combination, especially using like the red tones, mixing it with the greens. I think it came out so good. I didn't expect to kind of do this combination, but it turned out really good. So I'm very happy about that. I also like the fact that the colors aren't too bright. I do love bright colors. Obviously, I've done looks like that too, but I like how they're just like a toned down version of a colorful eyeshadow look, you know? So if you don't really like those neon colors or bright colors, this is a really, really, really good palette to give you still some of those colorful looks. You know what I mean? All right, and then for the primer, I do really like it. I mean, I like it so far. I haven't worn this throughout the day. I just like the way that it felt and stuff, but there's not much to say about it yet. It does give me a pretty full, what was I gonna say? A pretty smooth a pretty smooth finish to my makeup, but there's nothing, I mean, I have other primers do the same thing, so I really can't tell about long wear or anything like that yet, so that's just a little bit on the side. This one, even though it's fairly, like, it's new, I just got it, it's not a first impression either because I used it in my last video, but so far I'm liking it a lot for color correcting, and I feel like I like this one a lot more than my old color correcting or brightening concealer. And I know they're not the same thing. Brightening and color correcting are not the same thing, but it just depends on how you use them. It could actually do both depending on what your skin tone is and all of that. So that's why I call it both things. But this one is considered a brightening concealer and it just works for me. It works even better than the one I have already, like the Benefit Boing that I use all the time. So yeah, I'm just liking the formula. I like how it blends out. I like how it feels on my skin. It's not too heavy. It's not hard to blend out. The other one isn't either, but it is a little thicker and it is cream, so it just takes a little bit longer and it's just different, you know. This one's a different formula. I don't know, it's really, really smooth. So far I am liking this one, but again, it is a fairly new product, so I just wanted to go over that a little bit. And then this one is by Physicians Formula, just a nice cream bronzer, a nice shade for me. I do have it in the color tan and it looks really good. It looked really pretty before I even set it with bronzer, but I just wanted to add a little bit more shadowing to my look because I didn't want my face to look too washed out and then my eyes really, really intense. So that's why I went over it with the powder, but on its own it does look really pretty. It also blends out really good. So if you're my skin tone, it's actually the color toffee. I said tan, but it's toffee. I also like the way that the blush looks on top of, not on top, underneath the translucent powder that I'm wearing. It shows up nicely. I will see how it wears throughout the day, but so far I like the shade. It blended out easily. I didn't need as much product as I thought I was gonna need, and it blends out really good with the brush. So far I like it. I like how it looks underneath the translucent powder, so I didn't have to go over it with a regular blush or anything, like a powder blush or anything. It looks good on its own. So far, like the color and I like how it blends out. Don't know about the wear time yet. Then lastly is the Huda Beauty Glow Obsessions mini palette. I love the way that the highlight looks on my cheeks. It is really intense though. There you go, so you can see the colors. It has really pretty shades. I want to try this one using like a bronzy eyeshadow look or something, just so it can all go together. I want to see how it'll look on my skin. This one right here is super intense. It looks like it's a wet creamy highlighter, so that's the one that I applied second on my cheeks. This one was the first one, and they both look nice on my cheeks, so it's a good tone for my skin tone. But this one was just a little bit light, so I was like, okay, let me try this one, see how it looks. And it just looks like a wet highlighted look. It's really, really intense. So yeah, I'm happy with this so far, just using those two shades. I mean, a lot of the looks right now are like more natural and more browns, but then where's the color? You know, what's the point of buying a colorful or a palette with colorful eyeshadows if you're not even gonna wear them, you know? So I'm excited and I'm happy with this color combination. I'm excited about the palette because, like I said, it has cute colors, like good colors to combine, and they just go together. The colors aren't too bright or anything. They just, you know, it's a really good neutral but still colorful palette at the same time. So anyways, you guys, that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you liked the look that I came up with. And if you're interested in my last Get Ready With Me, I will have it linked up here. It does have other new products that I tried out. Anyways, next, I think I'll do maybe the ColourPop Barbie collection or the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. I actually haven't tried that brand before, but let me know what you're interested in. Let me know if there are any other new products that you would like for me to try. And as far as today, that is everything. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll almost had the outro. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.